All right, let's get ready to dig in. Today we're tackling grip strength.
Ooh, interesting.
I was looking at all these sources, and we got articles about fitness, research on wrist rotation.
Sure.
It's like everywhere.
But yeah, you see it everywhere, but
I feel like most people think like grip strength, that's for like weightlifters, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you think gym rats, that's it. But
Yeah, but I think there's got to be more to it.
there is way more to it. You're right.
So, I mean,
It's really
a
fascinating.
lot of these sources talk about like grip strength, and they're like, it's so important. It's super important. But like,
But why? Right.
why should I care?
Well, that's the thing. One of the studies we found,
Okay.
and this was in an article called 25 Best Grip Strengthening Exercises, they found a connection between grip strength and cardiovascular health.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
So, like...
And even longevity. You're telling me, like, a good firm handshake could mean you're going to live longer.
Well, it's not a guarantee.
Okay.
But the research suggests that a strong grip can reflect a strong cardiovascular system.
Really?
It's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
It is. It is.
Okay, so before we get into like how to like build this super grip, what exactly is grip strength?
That's a great question.
Like, what are we even talking about?
Yeah.
Is it just one thing?
No, it's not just one thing.
Okay.
It's actually a few different types.
Okay.
A lot of the articles break it down like 12 exercises to improve your grip strength. That one.
Okay.
That one breaks it down really well.
Okay.
So the most common one is probably what's called crush grip.
Crush grip.
Like, think about shaking someone's hand.
Oh, okay.
Or squeezing like a tennis ball.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's crush grip.
Okay.
Then there's another one called pinch grip. This is more about using like your fingertips and your thumb. Like, imagine holding a book or picking up a coin.
Oh, so that's why I'm so bad at like those tiny buttons.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we got crush, we got pinch.
And then the last one that a lot of these articles mention is support grip.
Support.
And this one's all about like endurance.
Support.
Like, how long can you hold on to something?
Oh, okay.
Like a pull-up bar.
Oh, right.
Or like a heavy grocery bag.
Yeah, okay. So it's like a whole hand workout.
Yeah. It's using like your whole hand.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Why one of these articles, this one was 25 best grip strengthening exercises.
Right.
They were talking about how there's like 35 muscles involved in just your hands and forearms.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, it's a lot more than you think.
I never would have thought.
Right. Okay, so...
And we can't forget about the wrists.
Oh.
That same article actually adds a couple more grip types.
Oh, really?
Like extension grip, that's just opening your hand against resistance.
Okay.
And, of course, just general wrist strength.
Right.
Which is super important for stabilizing your grip.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It all works together.
Wow, I'm already realizing, like,
yeah,
I need to think about my hands more.
You really do. I mean, think about all the everyday things you do to use grip strength.
It's like everything.
It's everything.
Like one of these articles, I think it was the 12 exercises one.
Oh, yeah, that one's great.
It was talking about like playing sports, opening jars, even driving.
Oh, yeah, driving.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's wild.
So we use it way more than we realize.
Yeah. Okay, so we know why it's important. We know what it is.
Right.
Now let's get to like the how. Like, how do we get this amazing grip strength?
All right, so some of these exercises are pretty common. Like, have you ever heard of farmers' walks?
Oh, yeah. Those are the people at the gym that are like walking around with the heavy weights.
Exactly.
They look so intense.
They're working hard. It's a tough exercise.
Yeah.
But it's great because it doesn't just work your grip. It also engages your core, your shoulders, your legs.
Wow. So it's like a full body.
Yeah. It's a great full body exercise.
That's awesome.
And you can find those mentioned in a couple of the articles, like the 25 best grip strengthening exercises and the top 9 grip strength exercises for Thanos-like power.
Hold on. Thanos-like power.
Yeah, that one was pretty fun.
Okay, we are not going for, like...
No, crushing planets.
No planet crushing today.
Okay, good.
But building a good, strong, functional grip, that's definitely something to aim for.
Totally. Okay, so I'm seeing... like, some of these articles mention things.
Oh, yeah, they get into some cool stuff that I've never even heard of.
Like what?
Like there's one called the
Yeah.
the rice bucket exercise.
Oh, yeah, the rice bucket.
What is that?
So that one's from the Maximizing Wrist Rotation Strength article.
Okay.
And it sounds kind of weird.
It does.
But it's actually really great for building strength.
Oh, okay.
The coordination in those smaller muscles in your hands and wrists.
So, like, what do you do?
So you basically, like, submerge your hand in a bucket of rice.
A bucket of rice.
Yeah, it's just a bucket of uncooked rice.
Okay.
And then you do different movements, like, against the resistance of the rice.
Interesting.
It's harder than it sounds.
Yeah, I bet.
But it's really effective.
Okay, so let's say, like, I want to improve.
Yeah.
Specifically my crush grip.
Okay, crush grip.
What kind of exercises should I be looking at?
So for crush grip, the classic hand grippers are great.
Okay, yeah.
You can also try plate pinches.
Plate pinches?
Yeah, you basically grip weight plates together.
Oh,
you can even just use, like, tennis balls.
Really?
Yeah, like, remember those tennis ball squeezes from, like, elementary school?
Oh, yeah.
They can actually be really effective.
No way.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's cool.
And then if you want something a little more advanced,
yeah,
the 25 Best Grip Strengthening Exercises article, they recommend barbell holds.
Barbell holds.
Yeah, so you just hold a heavy barbell for as long as you can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really going to challenge your grip endurance and strength.
Yeah, okay, barbell holds.
Yeah.
What about pinch grip?
Pinch grip.
Yeah, like are there...
Oh, yeah, there are definitely exercises for that.
Okay.
So, like you mentioned, the rice bucket is great for pinch grip.
Right.
You can also try picking up, like, really small objects,
like
coins or marbles with just your fingertips.
Okay.
And even using clothespins can help.
Clothespins?
Yeah, clothespins.
Really?
Think about how often you use those in everyday life.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like laundry, chip bags, all sorts of stuff.
Wow, so I'm, like, secretly training my grip.
Exactly.
Doing chores.
You got it.
Okay, so what about support grip?
Support grip. So that's all about, like, that endurance.
Yeah, the holding on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So dead hangs are really good for that.
Dead hangs.
Yeah. You just hang from a bar.
Oh, like just hanging there.
Yeah, for as long as you can.
Huh.
It's tougher than it sounds.
I've seen people doing that at the gym, and I'm like,
yeah,
that looks kind of boring.
It looks simple,
yeah,
but it's actually really challenging.
Okay.
And the 25 Best Grip Strengthening Exercises article, it talks about how dead hangs are good for, like, way more than just grip strength.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can help decompress your spine,
okay,
correct muscle imbalances, and even improve your pull-up performance.
Okay, so it's like a multitasker.
Exactly. It's a great one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, so I'm also seeing, like, these fingertip push-ups.
Oh, yeah. Those are intense. Those are in the top 9 grip strength exercises article.
That Thanos one?
The Finesse one, yeah.
Are those safe?
You got to be careful with those.
Okay.
It's basically a regular push-up,
but
you're just on your fingertips.
Oh, wow.
So you definitely want to start slow.
Okay.
And build up your strength gradually.
Yeah, don't want to jump right into that.
No, definitely not.
All right, good to know.
It's all about listening to your body.
Yeah.
And not pushing yourself too hard too soon.
Good advice.
And remember, building a strong grip.
Yeah.
It's not just about, like, brute force.
Okay.
There's finesse to it, too.
Okay. So
we'll get more into that in part 2.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
This is way more interesting than I thought.
Right. I told you.
Grip strength is, like, a whole world.
It is.
I had no idea.
There's so much to discover.
I'm excited to keep learning.
Me too.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We are back, and
we're back.
Talking about grip strength, and I got to say, I'm, like, already feeling inspired.
Yeah.
Like,
awesome.
I got to pay more attention to my hands.
You should.
But, as we get into these exercises and stuff, you were saying earlier that it's not just about, like...
It's not all about brute strength.
Okay, so no.
Right.
Crushing watermelons.
Not quite. No watermelon crushing today.
Okay, good, because I'm not sure I'm ready for that.
Yeah, maybe another time.
But, so, like, there's more to it than just, like...
There's finesse, there's control.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you got to think about, like, all the different types of grip strength you talked about. Right. Like, each one needs a slightly different approach.
Gotcha. So it's not just, like, one...
Yeah, it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Okay.
Like, if you're trying to improve your crush grip.
Yeah, crush.
Like those hand grippers or plate pinches, even the tennis ball squeezes.
Right.
Those are really good for that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about pinch grip?
Oh, pinch grip. So that's more about those, like, fine motor skills using your thumb and fingertips.
All right.
Remember that article, the one about maximizing wrist rotation strength?
With the rice bucket?
The one with the rice bucket, yeah. Even something as simple as picking up small objects with your fingertips, like coins or marbles, that can really help.
Yeah, I guess those little movements add up.
They do. They do.
Okay, and clothespins, right?
Clothespins. Oh, yeah. Those are great for pinch grip.
Okay, I use those for, like, everything.
Laundry.
Chips.
All sorts of stuff.
So I'm, like, getting a workout.
Yeah. You're training your grip without even realizing it.
While I'm doing chores. That's awesome.
There you go. Multitasking.
Okay, so what about support grip?
Support grip. So we're talking holding on, that endurance.
Yeah, yeah.
So things like dead hangs, pull-ups, farmer's walks. Those are all really good.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of exercises.
We have.
Is there anything else like...
Ooh, there are a few more that you might not have heard of.
Okay, tell me.
So the article about the top 9 grip strength exercises.
The Thanos one?
Yeah, the Thanos one.
Okay.
It mentions dumbbell finger curls and reverse curls.
Reverse curls, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen those at the gym.
Yeah, they're kind of like...
They look like bicep curls, but like...
Yes. But the grip is flipped.
Yeah.
And that really targets the forearm muscles.
Which are important for...
Which are essential for grip strength.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And the dumbbell finger curls.
Okay.
Those are great for building strength, specifically in your fingers and hands.
Wow, there are so many...
I know, right?
Muscles involved in this.
It's a whole system.
Okay, and speaking of, like, all the different parts, there was that one type of grip strength mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
In that 25 best grip strengthening exercises article. It was called, like, extension grip strength.
Extension grip strength, yeah.
Like that.
So it's not as commonly trained as the other types, but it's basically like opening your hand against resistance.
Okay, so like
if you're carrying heavy shopping bags, or even just opening a really stubborn jar.
Yeah, okay.
That's using extension grip strength.
So how do you, like...
Yeah, how do you train that?
Yeah. So one simple way is to use a strong rubber band.
A rubber band?
Yeah, like a thick one.
Okay.
Loop it over your fingers, and then practice opening and closing your hand.
Oh, against the resistance.
Against the resistance, exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
It's a good one.
All right, so can we talk about wrist strength?
Wrist strength, yes.
You mentioned it before, but like, why is it so important?
So the 25 best grip strengthening exercises article really emphasizes this.
Strong wrists provide a stable base for your hands to work from.
So like if your wrists are weak?
Yeah, if your wrists are weak or unstable, it's going to be so much harder to like generate force and maintain a strong grip.
It's like building a house on a shaky foundation.
Exactly. It's not going to hold up.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So you got to make sure you're incorporating exercises that target wrist strength.
Like what? Like, give me some examples.
So wrist curls, reverse wrist curls, wrist rotations. Those are all great.
Okay, so I'm picturing like a light dumbbell rotating my wrist back and forth.
Exactly. That's a good one.
Seems easy enough.
It is, but like any exercise, you want to make sure you're using proper form.
Right, of course. Safety first.
Always.
Okay, so before we wrap up this part, I got to ask about stretching.
Stretching, yes.
Because
it's so important.
We do so much with our hands.
We do. I mean, think about it. Typing, texting, gripping things all day long.
All day, yeah.
That can lead to, like, tightness.
Oh, right.
Even pain if you're not stretching and mobilizing those muscles.
I ever really thought about, like...
Yeah, it's not something that people often think about.
But it makes sense.
It does. It does.
So what kind of stretches?
So a lot of the articles talk about stretching the finger flexors, wrist flexors, and extensors.
Okay, so those are the muscles that, like...
Yeah, those are the muscles responsible for, like...
Bend and straighten?
Bending and straightening your fingers and wrists.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And even simple stretches, like extending your arm, gently pulling your fingers back towards your wrist.
Okay.
Or making a fist and then extending your fingers as wide as possible.
Yeah.
Those can make a huge difference.
Okay, so... Easy but important.
Exactly.
I'm feeling more flexible already.
Right. Just thinking about it.
Amazing. Okay, so before we move on, the last part of our deep dive, I got to know, you mentioned earlier, like this connection.
Yes.
Between grip strength and brain power.
It's true. It's a real thing.
What?
I know. It's surprising.
How are those two things even related?
So researchers are still exploring this connection, but one theory is that a decline in grip strength might be like an early warning sign of cognitive decline.
Really?
Yeah, and some studies have even found a correlation between grip strength and symptoms of depression and anxiety.
Wow. So grip strength is like...
I know, it's crazy, right?
His hidden superpower.
It kind of is.
I had no idea.
It affects so much.
It's amazing.
And when you think about it, it makes sense.
Okay.
Like grip strength reflects the health of our muscles, our nerves, even our cardiovascular system. It's all connected.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've talked about all the health benefits.
Right.
I know it helps with. Like
yeah.
everyday tasks.
Everyday life.
Are there any other advantages?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Especially if you're into sports.
Okay. Yeah.
Or any kind of physical activity.
Right.
A strong grip is a game changer.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like
yeah, think about
rock climbing, weightlifting, tennis, golf.
Yeah, right. It's all
they all rely on a good grip.
Yeah, I've definitely struggled with my grip, like playing tennis.
Yeah, it happens.
I just thought it was because I needed to, like, practice more.
Well, practice is important.
Yeah.
But having a strong grip can definitely help enhance your performance and even prevent injuries.
Oh, okay.
Especially in your wrists and hands.
Yeah, because a stronger grip would give more support.
Exactly. More stability and support for those joints.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And as we get older...
yeah, maintaining a strong grip becomes even more important.
Oh, how come?
It helps us stay independent and active longer.
Right.
It makes those everyday tasks easier.
Yeah.
And it can even help reduce the risk of falls.
So it's not just about, like, being able to open a jar.
It's not just about the jar.
It's about, like, quality of life?
Exactly. It's about being able to live your life to the fullest.
Without limitations.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've learned so much.
We have.
About grip strength.
It's been a journey.
It really has.
We've talked about the different types, the benefits, the exercises, the stretches.
Yeah. As we wrap up this deep dive, what is, like, the key takeaway?
The key takeaway, I think it's this. Grip strength.
Yeah.
It's an essential part of overall health and well-being.
Okay.
It's something we should all be paying attention to.
I agree.
And actively working on.
Absolutely. And it's never too late to start.
Exactly. It's never too late.
Whether you're, like, a serious athlete or just someone who wants to, like, improve their daily life.
There's something for everyone.
Totally, yeah.
Even small changes can make a big difference.
Like what?
Like adding a few grip strengthening exercises to your routine or taking a few minutes each day to stretch your hands and wrists.
Right.
It all adds up.
It all adds up. Okay.
Yeah.
So one final thought.
Okay, I like that.
For our listener.
Yeah.
What are some everyday activities?
Ooh, good question.
Where you could benefit from a stronger grip?
I love that question because once you start thinking about it, you'll be amazed at how often you use your grip throughout the day.
That's true.
It's everywhere.
This has been amazing.
I know, right?
Grip strength is so cool.
It is.
I had no idea.
It's a fascinating topic.
All right. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep those hands strong.
Yes.
And those minds curious.
Always be learning.
Okay, welcome back to the Deep Dive.
We're back.
We're wrapping up our grip strength talk, but before we get to that, I got to know more about this.
Right.
Like this connection between grip strength and brain power.
Yeah.
So you said it was
a real thing.
A real thing, but how?
Yeah, it might sound kind of strange.
It does.
But there's more and more research that shows that grip strength can actually be a sign of how well your brain's working.
So, like, it's almost like...
an indicator.
Yeah, an indicator of cognitive function.
Okay.
And even mental well-being.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
But, like...
researchers are still trying to figure out exactly how it all works. But one idea is that if your grip strength starts to go down... that might be an early warning sign of potential cognitive decline.
Really?
Yeah, and there have even been studies that have found...
a link between grip strength and things like depression and anxiety.
Wow. Okay, so grip strength.
It's amazing.
It's more than just squeezing things. Yeah.
It's like connected.
Yeah, it's like this window into your overall health. Yeah.
So we've talked about the health benefits. We know it helps us, like in everyday life. But are there any other, like...
oh, there are. Definitely.
Advantages?
Yeah, especially if you're into sports.
Oh, yeah.
Or any kind of physical activity.
Right, because...
strong grip.
It would help you, like...
it can make a huge difference.
Yeah, like...
like, imagine rock climbing.
Oh, right.
Weightlifting, tennis, golf.
You need a good grip.
All of those things, yeah.
All of those things.
A strong grip is essential.
I've definitely noticed. Like when I play tennis.
Yeah.
Like my grip.
It can get tired.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing for a while. I just thought it was because I needed more practice.
Well, practice definitely helps.
Yeah.
But having a strong grip can enhance your performance.
Okay, so it's not just about practice.
It's both. You need both.
Okay, and it can help prevent injuries, you were saying.
Exactly, especially in your wrists and hands.
Right, because it's
more stable.
More stability, more support for those joints.
Okay, that makes sense.
And, it's interesting, as we get older, keeping our grip strength up becomes even more crucial.
Oh, really?
It helps us stay independent and active for longer, makes everyday tasks easier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it can even reduce the risk of falls.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty important.
So it's not just about, opening jars and stuff.
It's bigger than that.
It's about, being able to live your life.
It's about quality of life.
Yeah, yeah.
Being able to do the things you love.
Without limitations.
Exactly, that's the goal.
Okay, so we've covered so much.
I know, right? We've been through a lot.
About grip strength.
Yeah, we've talked about
the different types.
The exercises.
Exercises, the stretches.
Yeah, as we wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah.
What's the one thing.
The one thing to remember.
Yeah, that you want our listener to
take away from all of this. Yeah. I think it's this. Grip strength.
Okay.
Is truly a fundamental part of overall health and well-being.
Okay.
It's not something to overlook.
It's important.
It's essential.
I completely agree.
And the good news is...
What's that?
It's never too late to start.
You can always improve.
Exactly. You can always get stronger.
Doesn't matter if you're super athletic or just,
just starting out.
Wanted to make your life a little easier.
Exactly. There's something here.
Yeah.
For everyone.
So, what are some small things people can do?
Oh, so many things. Even adding just a few grip strengthening exercises to your routine a couple times a week.
Okay.
Or just taking a few minutes each day to stretch your hands and wrists.
Right.
Those small things make a big difference.
They add up.
They do. They really do.
So as a final thought for our listener.
Ooh, I like it.
What are some everyday activities?
Yeah, good question.
Where you could benefit from a stronger grip?
I love that question because it makes you really think about how much we use our hands and all the different ways that we rely on grip strength.
That's so true.
So start paying attention and see where you can make some improvements.
It's been amazing.
This has been fun.
I'm so much more aware of my hands and grip strength.
A whole new world.
It is, yeah.
I'm glad we could explore it together.
Me too. All right. That is it for this deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
Into the world of grip strength.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep those hands strong.
Yes.
And those minds curious.
Keep learning,